Hi, my name is Patrick Hamilton, and I am an academic advisor with the Honors College here at Florida International University. And I would like to congratulate you on your admissions to the Honors College. And in this video, we will be discussing some of the essential academic information that you're going to need to know as a new freshman student that has been admitted to the Honors College. So we're going to discuss curriculum, the courses that you'll be taking, enrollment, and all kinds of other important information that you'll need to know to be successful to get started on the right foot. So in terms of the basics, the way the Honors College works here at FIU is our courses are interdisciplinary courses. They have the code IDH, which stands for Interdisciplinary Honors. We'll get into those in more detail in a minute, but before we do that, I would like to just summarize what we're going to be discussing, the three types or the three categories of freshman student who have been admitted to the university. The first group of student we'll be talking about is the FTIC, which is the first time in college freshman student who is coming in and starting from the beginning. So this would be the student who may not have any test credits, for instance, AP credit, IB credit, or dual enrollment credit. So we will address for that student what the first year of enrollment would look like. We'll also then talk about FTIC, first time in college freshman students, but that student that may have some accelerated credits, such as test credit, which many of the Honors College incoming freshmen will have. So AP credit, IB credit, dual enrollment, and how enrollment would work if you're coming in with those types of things. And then finally, the third type of student we'll discuss would be the first time in college freshman student who is coming in with an Associate of Arts, an AA degree that was earned while in high school. Because each of the three categories, the types of courses that you'll be enrolling in can be slightly different. And then we'll look at some of the Honors College course equivalencies. So when you begin taking these IDH courses, we'll look at what areas of the university core curriculum, for instance, these courses can help you to satisfy. Okay, so as an incoming freshman, you will be required to attend an orientation that's for your major. So when you come on that day, you'll be advised clearly for your major, but also for your honors coursework. So we have two orientations that are dedicated to incoming honors freshmen, and we would strongly encourage you to please sign up for one of those two orientations that are specifically for honor students. You would receive all of this information plus much more when you come on the day of the orientation. If you can't attend one of the two orientations that are dedicated for honors freshmen, then you can attend any of the other regular orientations, but we would encourage you strongly to attend one of the honors workshops that will be held. We have 3 scheduled for the summer, and typically there's usually 3, and in the workshop you would be provided that information that you didn't get at the orientation that would be specific to the Honors College. Okay, so as I mentioned a few minutes ago, all of our courses are IDH prefix, and that means interdisciplinary honors. Our courses are currently year-long courses. So that means they're divided over 2 semesters, usually a fall and a spring semester. You do part 1 in the fall, and then you continue to do the second half of that class in the spring. Okay, we also have Summer A and Summer B option for some courses that you may end up taking after your freshman year. Okay, so our program consists of 3 years of courses. If you're coming in as a freshman, you would do the year 1, which we'll look at. Most of this video will be dedicated to discussing what you're going to be enrolling in for the first year. And then after the first year, you have to complete 2 additional years of coursework, which would consist of the upper division portion of the honors coursework requirements. Okay, so what do we do here in honors advising? Well, we are supplemental advisors. You have an assigned advisor for your major who you would meet with to discuss course planning and selection of major specific courses. And then you would come to the honors for assistance with anything related to honors. So any of our early assurance programs, pre-law, pre-health, We can help you with major selection, enrollment to an extent. You would come here and see us. It is important that you meet with both your major advisor as well as an honors advisor each semester. Here in the Honors College, we have 3 advisors, 2 advisors that are dedicated to advising STEM students, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and 1 advisor who advises all non-STEM students. What's important to remember is that as an incoming freshman, you're required to enroll in an honors course in the first semester that you're admitted to the Honors College. So if you're coming in and let's say you are admitted for fall, then you must enroll in an IDH course, an Honors College course for the fall semester, which would be your first semester. If you're a freshman who is starting in the summer, then you would have been admitted for the fall to the Honors College, and again, you would also have to start in the fall with an honors course, with an IDH class. Okay, so what would those courses look like in your first year? So this first group of student is the freshman who is coming in without an AA degree, and let's say has no test credits from IB or AP, or has no dual enrollment credit. So this student in the fall would take IDH 1931, which is 1 credit, and then in the spring IDH 1931 again, the second half of that class, which is also 1 credit. Also in the fall, this student would take IDH 1001 in this, which is 3 credits, and then in the spring IDH 1002, which is the continuation of IDH 1001, and that class also is 3 credits. So you would be doing a total of 4 credits in the fall and then 4 credits in the spring. Now, in a minute, we will look at what these particular first year courses, what areas of the UCC are covered by those courses, because you do receive credit for some of those sections of the core curriculum with these first year honors courses. Okay, and then after that, after you complete the 8 credits for the first year courses, you would then move on to the upper division coursework in your second and third years, which we're not really going to focus on that too much. You can see it here on the slide what years 2 and 3 look like. There are some additional seminar courses offered. There's an independent study course called ARCH, which is also offered. There's also study abroad, which is an option. So, you know, during your first year, you would be meeting with your honors advisor, and then we would help you plan accordingly for what comes for years 2 and 3. So right now, we just want to make sure that you understand what enrollment is going to be for your first year. All right, so you'd be doing 1931 fall, spring, and then IDH 1001, and then 1002 in the fall and spring. And you don't have to worry about enrolling in those courses yourself, because what we usually do is we will enroll you in those classes, and they'll already be on your schedule by the time you come to orientation. Okay. Now, let's say that you are an incoming student and you have some test credits from high school, from AP, IB, or you did some dual enrollment, maybe through Broward College, Miami-Dade College, St. Thomas, one of those schools. Then, depending on what areas you have credit for, potentially, we would advise you for the appropriate honors courses. So let's say that you're coming in and you already have the university core curriculum art section covered. I don't know, maybe you did public speaking as a dual enrollment, or let's say, and you also have humanities group 2 covered. Like you may have a dual enrollment for history, or you may have AP or an IB history, like world civilization or European history or something like that, covering humanities group 2. If you have both of those sections covered already, then you won't be taking IDH 1001 and 1002. Instead, we would start you off in 1931, and we would put you in one of the upper division seminar courses, IDH 3034. So that's what you would be doing in the fall. In the spring, you would be doing IDH 1931 again, the second half, and then IDH 3035, which would be the continuation of IDH 3034. So the point here is that if you're coming in with both of those sections covered, art and humanities group 2, as a freshman, you won't be doing IDH 1001 and 2. You would be doing IDH 3034, 3035, but still 1931, because we would be assuming that you're still missing your SLS 1501 requirement, and so you would still be taking the honors course which covers that section, which is 1931. Okay. Again, for these students, after the first year, you would be moving on to the second year, and you would be meeting with your honors advisor to then determine how you complete the coursework from that point forward. Okay, now, what if you're a student who's coming in and you actually have the SLS requirement 1501 complete, because maybe you did that as dual enrollment, and you also have art and humanities group 2 complete through testing or dual enrollment. So in this case, you would be taking IDH 3034 in the fall and 3035 in the spring, and then from there moving on to year 2 to complete the remainder of your coursework. So the point is that if you have any kind of accelerated credit, it's always best to come in at the day of your orientation or at some point before the fall semester begins and to confirm with the honors advisor that you are enrolled and in the correct IDH courses. At the end, we'll provide our contact information so that you will know how to call and make an appointment. So the last group of freshmen that we'll talk about is the freshman who is coming in with the Associate of Arts complete, the AA degree earned. So this student would not be taking any of the first year courses that we've discussed. So you would not take 1931 or IDH 1001 or 2. Instead, you would start off in the fall in IDH 3034 and IDH 3035, and then from that point continue on. So if you're a freshman and you see on your schedule that you're enrolled in the first year courses and you potentially have credit for those areas, or you have an AA degree that may not be in the system, again, please come in and see us before the fall semester starts so that we can make sure that you're enrolled in the correct courses. Okay, so here's what the equivalency looks like for the honors coursework and for certain areas of the UCC. So like I mentioned before, IDH 1931 fulfills the SLS 1501 first year experience course that all students have to take. So honor students do not take SLS 1501 because you take 1931. IDH 1001 fulfills the art section. So you don't need to take an art course for the UCC because honors covers that, just like humanities group 2, which is covered by IDH 1002. That course also gives you a Gordon rule with writing, a GRW course, which you need 2 of those by the time you graduate. For the upper division coursework, once you move into years 2 and 3, the IDH 3034 and 3035 classes give you discipline global learning. You do need 2 GLs, 1 discipline and 1 foundation. And the honors coursework would cover the discipline specific category. If you're coming in with an AA degree complete as a freshman, then both of your global learnings would be covered by the honors courses, 3034 and 3035. Okay, so here you can see the names of the first year courses. IDH 1001 is Ideas of Origins, IDH 1002 is Origins of Ideas. Again, those courses cover art and humanities group 2, as well as give you a writing. Intro to Honors is the IDH 1931. Again, that class also consists of 2 parts, fall and spring, which are 1 credit each. They're offered here at the Modesto Medi campus, team taught courses. So in that class, you learn about intro to research, public speaking, presentation skills. In the spring, this class culminates with a group project that you work on. Some of the student privileges as honors is the priority registration. So honor students get the first enrollment out of all students at the university. Again, you have personalized advising. You have your honors advisors here that can assist you with some of the things I discussed earlier. We have scholarships that are specific to honors students that can be found on the honors website. We have early assurance programs. So many of our students are interested in professional programs like law or medicine or other kinds of health professions. So the advisors here in the Honors College can definitely assist you and explain those programs to you. Library privileges, study centers. We have our own internship career service office here where you can meet with a person to discuss those types of things. And then, of course, we have research opportunities that are available to many different types of research opportunities available to our students. So those are just a few of the benefits of being in the Honors College. So I would like to conclude just by again saying thanks for viewing the video. Hopefully now you have a better understanding of the first year coming in as a freshman and the types of courses that you would be enrolling in. Always, if you need more information, please visit our website, honors.fiu.edu. We're located in DM 233 here on the MMC campus, and the phone is 305-348-4100. That's the number you would call to schedule an appointment. And you can always email our general email with any questions also at honors@fiu.edu.